Okay, are we ready? All right, so by now you guys know that we have been collaborating. Several of the corporate directs, we've been working together for about, oh gosh, months on a website, on just some things that are going to help every one of us, all of us, everybody, down from people who have been involved from the beginning down to people who start tomorrow. So we've been talking about how we can keep you guys in the loop and how we can help you guys build and on board. And so this town hall is something that we're going to start doing at the end of every month, just so we can all kind of get together and collaborate a little bit, and you guys can ask questions and we'll have a chance to just tell you what we've been working on. Okay. So a lot of you, well, let me say this first. We've got several things that we're going to talk about, and we're going to talk about how to maximize some things that are coming up. We're going to talk at the end about an accountability program that we're getting ready to start. So that's exciting. So, but first, most of you have probably already heard about the price adjustments that are coming over the next week or so. So I know that some people's initial reaction to that is kind of one of concern, but here's the thing, guys. Some of you will remember that in the beginning of this thing, before we even launched, some of you probably knew and you weren't here before launch, but a lot of you probably were here before launch. And what we were doing is we were building fast and furious. We were bringing people in every day, bringing new people on. Okay. Heck, some of you hadn't even tried the product and you were telling people how amazing they were just off of the testimonials of other people. Okay. So we were signing people into that skinny software right and left, and we hadn't even launched yet. Okay. We weren't earning a paycheck. There were no bonuses. Okay. We were all building from possibility. We knew what was possible, and we were sharing the heck out of the opportunity because we believed in the vision. Okay. That was just a short time ago. Okay. And guess what? The vision has not changed. The sky is still the limit and the possibilities are still endless. Okay. So I want y'all to just focus on that. Okay. Yes, we've experienced a learning curve because that's how it is when you start a new company. Okay. There's no new company that hasn't gone through a learning curve, but everything that was possible in October of 2019 and of April in 2020 is still possible today. So MIG is still a amazing ground floor opportunity. I mean, we can still change lives. We can still fix the money problem. Our products are premium and they're still the best natural products on the market. So that being said, like I said, at the end of this, we're going to talk about an accountability program that we're getting ready to start. But first, we want to talk about how to leverage these price adjustments. Okay. So if you've been to the grocery store, you know, or the gas pumps, you know that everybody is having to adjust prices. Every company is going to have to adjust prices if they haven't already. So that's just a fact. That's the way of business right now. That's how our current economy is. And let's be honest, how we posture to our customers is how they're going to accept it. Okay. Like I said, we have premium products. Okay. That means they come at premium prices. So people expect that we're not giving products away. So we're going to have to think about how we are going to posture to our customers. And I firmly believe that the majority of people, especially those in business, understand that these adjustments are necessary. Okay. So, but how you present it to people is super important. Okay. If you present it in a positive way, they're going to be positive. And this is a great opportunity to reconnect and get hands-on with your customers, okay? And reiterate the amazing programs that Jamie has put in place for us to be able to earn free product for us, for our customers, Okay. Most companies are just in process, but the great thing about MIG is that we're offering customers and ambassadors the opportunity to earn free product in 2 different ways. So we're giving them a solution to the money problem by offering them a way to earn extra. Okay, so let's talk about Give 10, Get 10 first. If you're new, Give 10, Get 10 is a program where you send your referral link to new customers, and when they order, they get $10 off their first order and you get $10 in product credit. Okay, so here's my question. Do your customers know that they can also send their referral link to their friends? When your customers send their own referral link to their friends and they order, their friends get $10 off their first order and your customer gets $10 in product credit. Do they know that? Have you made that very clear? I know that they're getting texts and emails and stuff, but have you talked to them about it? Okay, if you haven't explained that to your customers yet, now is the perfect time. Okay, because just one referral can cover the cost of price adjustment. Okay, so, and shipping, I mean. Okay, so corporate's going to be sending out emails and texts to your customers about the price adjustments soon. Okay, this is coming. So now is a great time to personally educate your customers on the Give 10, Get 10 program so that they know that they can earn with referrals. Okay, a personal phone call is always the most effective way to maintain your customer base. Okay, people want to hear your voice and they want to know that you're giving them a personal touch. So text is the next best way. Also, if you have a customer Facebook page or a project broadcast like Jen has, and that she's going to train on soon, or some other way that you communicate with your customers, utilize every one of those so that they are aware of how to use Give 10, Get 10. Okay. So 90% of people open a text within 3 minutes. Okay. Did you know that? Compared with the 20% of people who even open an email. Okay. So 90% open a text within 3 minutes. 20% ever open an email. Okay. So texts have a response rate of 45% compared to the email 6%. So if you can't make a personal phone call, then the text is the next best thing. Okay. So I'm going to encourage all of you to contact everyone and explain the Give 10, Get 10 so they can start sharing and get product credits. Okay. Share the Give 10, Get 10 flyer with them, show them that you're excited about it and that you're ready to help them somehow. They can host a post, however you want to put it out there to them so that they can bring in new people and get their own product credit. Okay. And so you probably also shouldn't assume that your ambassadors are totally versed on it. You might want to go and make sure your ambassadors know exactly where to find their referral link and exactly how to use it. So anyway, a lot of new people may not have gotten the memo yet. So anyway, now Jen is going to give you some ideas about MIG for free.
I could listen to Beth Street all day, every day. She's just so fun and energy, and like it's great that we are able to collaborate to give each other these great statistics. I didn't know that the average person gets can read a text message within 3 minutes of getting it. So here's what I'll tell you. Guess what I've been doing all day that she just talked about. I voice messaged everybody this afternoon. All of my majority of my customers, I still have more to do. But I voice messaged them or I did it via instant messenger because they could hear my voice, that I was sincere, letting them know that I was like, hey, just want to let you know that you're going to see a message coming from corporate about pricing modifications. So that's another way. I'm a texter and an instant message person versus email because I'm that type of person too. I'm like, I don't read all my emails. I just kind of get through them all. So I'm going to share with you. So when you give that Give 10, Get 10, that's like a great way to capture the conversation with a new customer coming in and a prospect. But taking it to the next step, it kind of leads itself to the next program. So the cool thing about MIG and this opportunity and what Beth explained of how there's so much growth for us is we just don't have one Give 10, Get 10 program. We supersize that for our customers in the refer to, and it's free for you. So that's our subscribe and save program. So a lot of our customers, if you look at your list, if you kind of go down and you actually go to your back office and pull your customer list, you can do that by going to your back office, to accounts, to your menu, and drop down to your customers, like my customer list. You can export it out. I did that this weekend, and I was able to see all my subscribe and save customers and retail customers. So sometimes it's a little lopsided where there's maybe more retail because people are testing the product for the first time. But I know I share the subscribe and save program, but it just depends on their comfortability. But because of our modifications that are coming and our adjustments are coming this week, we want to make sure we're letting everyone know about the subscribe and save program, because it's a huge opportunity for them to not feel the pain that some of our products are going to have that little bit of an increase. What is it? So it's 20% off any and all of our products that when they select subscribe and save, that allows them to subscribe and save to that product. It will ship when they choose to, and that could be 30, 45, or 60 days in the future. They can delay it, they can cancel it, and there's no setup fee. So it's an easy program for anybody to subscribe to. But again, what we're going to say, and what Beth said, I'm going to say, is we have to educate our customers. Sometimes they don't know, they don't feel comfortable. They're like, oh no, it's an auto ship. Technically it's an auto ship, but it's something to make it convenient for them to get that replenishment of the order that they're using. I know my customers, I've got some people who are on collagen every 30 days. Every 30 days, it's a must. They have to have it. I think all of us probably on the call have to have our collagen. So what's really great about our subscribe and save, yes, they get 20%, but our customers also have the option, if they refer to friends, family, whomever, and they also continue on as a subscribe and save customers, they could get the average of the 2 orders. If they subscribe it, if they've got 2 orders or 2 friends who order the same month with subscribe and save, the person who referred them will get the average of the 2 of those 2 orders. They get an average of a product credit for those 2 products, or 2 orders. So just to kind of help explain this a little bit easier, I'm going to kind of give names. So I have a friend, her name is Lisa. Lisa is my customer. She did subscribe and save. She loves it. So she placed an order for, say, an $100 product, or all the different products, whatever, but it was a $100 order. So Lisa, I've let her know, you know what, Lisa, I know you love the products, you've been using them, you've tried them, but if you know of anybody who wants to try these products, you know, let them know about this great subscribe and save program. They get 20% off. And the best part is your referral link, give them 10, give 10, get 10. So she refers to people, they place their orders and they do subscribe and save, and say their average of those 2 orders are $100 each. So Lisa referred friend number 1 and friend number 2, and they place orders in that same month. Lisa then gets the average of those 2 orders, and it's $100 because they're both $100 orders. So some things to realize. I mean, that's great. So what will happen at the end of the month? The orders have to close, and the day of our commission checks, just so you guys know, it's typically the 10th of the month of the following month that your customers will see those referral credits come into their system. Give 10, get 10 credits come almost basically immediately. They'll either see them that day or the next day. But the referral, the subscribe and save credits will actually be applied once the month end closes, and our commissions kind of close as well. And we're paid on those on the 10th of the following month. An average customer, so the max that someone can get as a product credit is $300 in any given month. And you have 60 days to use any credits, whether they're give 10 or get 10 credits. But here's one of the things I'm going to tell you is a pro tip that I'm now offering, and I want you guys to offer this too. What if you needed to help your customers understand the program and really fall in love with it? What if you were able to tell your customers who maybe have a hard time adjusting to our pricing modifications and going, Susie Q or Lisa, what if you were to find a friend who wanted to use the products? Could you find one friend who would want to do subscribe and save like you, get the 20% off, you give them $10 off of their first product as a product credit, they get 20% off the products as well. What if you got one customer and I got my next referral customer, I use your referral link? Would that be an interest of yours? Would you want that? I think everybody would go, Heck yes, why not? So I'm giving my next referral customer to them. I'm still going to get paid on them because I get paid on full commissions on it, but they're going to get another $10 credit because Lisa is going to have their friend get order. I'm going to send one of my friends to her referral link. She's going to get give 10, get 10. So she's going to get another $10 back. So that's 20 because she's referring a new friend. I'm going to send her one of my friends. And then Lisa then realizes, wow, this program, this subscribe and save program is just even more supersized. It kind of gets them to understand like, wow, there's a huge value in what MIG has to offer. Not a lot of companies. I've never heard of this program before. And I buy a lot of stuff from a lot of friends in a lot of different places. Maybe you get a $3 Ulta discount, or Bed Bath and Beyond, you get a $10 or a 10% discount. But MIG having these kinds of offers are just tremendous. So that's my suggestion for y'all, is to offer your customers, hey, can I help you get referred to for you, refer to and free for you. I'll help you get one if you get one, and I'll match your efforts. I think that'll go a long way. And another little tip, your referral links and your customers' referral links. If they don't know how to get to it or they need help, get your referral link. At the very end, it's your ID number, your customer and ambassador ID. It's the same thing. The referral link is the same, except for that last group of digits. That would be their customer ID. So if you go into your back office, find their customer ID, get that referral link that you have, delete your ID number and put theirs and send it to them. Just an easy way to be more customer service oriented to your customers. And so at the end, we can go back and ask questions. We'll do a Q&A if you have any questions on my idea. So hopefully that was helpful. So the next one I think coming up is, I think, Jessica, are you
That's
there?
me.
Girl, bring it on.
Jen, I love that idea of I will match your steps and help you out, because that is huge, because that really gets their brain turning super fast. So I love that. One thing that I want to add to that I have been doing with my customers, I have a lot of Arise customers and they love it because they all have young kids, moms with the mom brain. So they share their referral link to 2 of their friends, and then they get their Arise for free. And then they tell their friend the same thing. And whenever you put like the product in their mind, not just a product credit value of like $100. If you're like, hey, you love the waterless lotion bar. If you have 2 friends that purchase the waterless lotion bar, you'll get yours for free. So that is also something that I have found that really gets my customers thinking more like, okay, it makes it more real, I guess, whenever you put a product on it instead of just a number. But gosh, you guys are just so amazing. And now I feel like there's all this pressure. I gotta really step up my game. All right. So with the price increase, this is, like Beth said earlier, across the board. All companies, every category, everywhere you look, prices are increasing. It's just the economy. It's just the way of the world, and there's no getting around it. But I will tell you, there aren't very many raises going on right now. Do you guys know of anybody that's out there offering their employees more money? No. So people right now are really looking for other options to bring in extra streams of income. So I would encourage you to ask, have these conversations with your customers and your friends. Ask them if they have multiple streams of income, or if they have considered having multiple streams of income, and then share with them a little bit more about what you do and how you can lock arms with them to help them not only get their products for free or at a reduced price, right? Because with the product credits, but you can actually help them earn commission on top of that. And remind them, guys, we don't talk about this enough. There are no fees. There are no sales minimums. I mean, you can sell 1 lotion bar and make commission on it. Do y'all know that most companies have at least $100 minimum in order to get paid? That's crazy. And most people, I don't know the statistics, so if y'all know this, most people only need an extra $250 to $500 a month. We can easily show our people how to make that within their first month. lock arms with them, help them do a launch event. We have so many different opportunities to come together. That's why we're all here, right? We're all here collaborating, sharing ideas, locking arms with different leaders. Ask your success sponsor to help you, because we are all willing to jump in and help. But we have no join fee. We have no monthly website fee. We have no sales minimum. We have all of these huge benefits in addition to earning 20 to 35% commission. So make sure that you're having these questions and asking your customers if they are interested in hearing more about what it is that you do with MIG, especially whenever they love the product so much. If they're already sharing, why not also make commission, right? So that's all I've got for that.
Very good. And I think I am up next. I just wanted to share with you a few things of really being careful about how you craft your language. You've heard Beth say a price adjustment, and you've heard Jessica say a price modification. And again, we don't want to highlight or come from the pricing change, from just being very mindful of our language. I tell people that you can pretty much say some things that are pretty strong as long as you make sure that you deliver them in a very common sense, natural way. And by sharing what we've told you already about how to earn your product for free, we certainly want to be honest. We want to be empathetic to people. We want to walk in their shoes as far as, yes, none of us like what's going on right now. But we've never, ever in history, no matter how good our economy is, pretty much seen anything go down but gas. It's just the way life is. The only variable that we've ever really experienced since, I don't know, and I'm probably the oldest person on this call, in 56 years is gas. That's about it. You've seen things stabilize, but you've never seen them actually regress. Well, I take that back. When the real estate market fell down, we don't want that again either. So just be mindful of, we're talking about something that people are naturally seeing. And again, emphasizing testimonials, looking at how pure our products are, how they are so pure, and the results that people get. So making sure that you are mindful of that as you're talking to people about the price adjustments. And we've already highlighted several ways of 2 ways to earn your product for free. So really, if you need help with your language, or you're feeling like you're really nervous about calling your clients or something, please reach out to your success sponsor. Highly encourage you to practice. If you need some language, that you can do that so that you are comfortable before you get on those calls. And again, we don't have the opportunity very often to do face-to-face, because people understand your facial expression and your sincerity when you're conveying information that might not be what they want to hear, but certainly your voice inflection and your honesty and sincerity helps. And so we really want to encourage you all to really be mindful of the language that you use, and then also be mindful of the other offers. And I always tell people to start with a question. Is this going to impact you negatively to the extent that you will not, consider not ordering? What can I provide to you? And, you need to know that feedback. And what can I provide to you? If I told you there were 2 different ways to earn MIG for free, would that make an impact? Let's start. Because if you just start going into, here's our gift 10, get 10, and here's our subscribe and save, and you can get 2 friends, and pause and just really be mindful and ask the question first, and really be careful about the speed, the intonation, and the word selection that you use. It'd be super, super helpful. And when you feel that knot in your stomach, hold off for a second, dial it down, and know that you are not only calling out of courtesy and because we want to honor our culture, but you're also calling with a solution. And you want to convey that to them, not from a place of you sound really anxious or you're trying to make excuses, but from, our company is so amazing and they offer this. I don't know about you, I've told people this hundreds of times. I love shoes. But I love to buy shoes on really good 75% off. So I buy my winter boots probably in April because they're marked down at DSW. I have one pair of little booties that every time I wear, somebody asks me where I got them. I bought them for 25 bucks. They were $75 lucky booties. And guess what? I've probably sent 15 people to DSW and they have never showed up to give me a shoelace, much less a free pair of shoes. So our company is different, and use that when you can. The other thing that I want to encourage you is when we are looking at our price adjustment taking place March 7th, really be mindful of especially reaching out to your previous customers, letting them know of that adjustment. It is imperative to order before the price changes, since we don't know what time on the 7th. Try to get your order in by the 5th, and absolutely on the 6th by the latest. We're going to see a spike in our volume, and we're going to see a lot of orders in the first 6 days of March. However, anyone that you present the products to after March 7th has no idea that the pricing changed. So just be mindful of that. I don't know what gas costs. I can't hardly remember 2 years ago, but I don't know what I bought shoes for 3 years ago. Let that go on March 7th and move forward and continue to share the same great products, everything. Don't go into a spiel of how our prices just changed and we're a little nervous about that. Drop it, let it go. The ship has sailed, and let's continue to move forward with finding new customers and new business partners. And we don't have to go back and visit what happened yesterday. So I really want you to be mindful of that. Your mind might be there. Some of your current ambassadors that are under you or your current customers still might need a little, just support switching over, but anyone new is not going to know. And if you had someone you talked about MIG2 months ago and they didn't place an order, more than likely they're not going to have the pricing structure memorized. So just continue to do your reach outs. Again, anybody that hears about a new product needs anywhere from 8 to 12 exposures, and continue to move forward with getting new customers and new ambassadors, and let the old just slide away like it does at midnight on March 6th or whatever time on March 7th, and let go of that. It doesn't even need to be a part of your conversation. And we want to encourage you that we take each step in our business and continue to move forward. So that's my portion. So I don't think it's as fun or as good as Beth's Southern accent, but there you go.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary. Okay, so I just want to reiterate something that Vicki had put in the chat earlier, which was that Jamie could have taken this and cut corners and made our formulation different or anything else to keep the price where it was. And you guys, she would never do that. She would never do that. She's always going to do what's going to be the best and keep us with the purest formula. And so know that that's another point of this, is that we are not ever going to cut costs. We're never going to, water down our products. We don't use water and we're not, but even the term of watering down. And so that's never going to be MIG. And so just being able to stand by that too, I think is really important. And thank you, Vicki, for commenting with that, because I think that that's awesome for us all to remember too, that we have such an integritous company to be with and to stand by. All right, so I'm super excited, you guys, because I get to talk to you guys about a really, really awesome program that we are launching, and it is called our Accountability Pods. And some of you may have been in power partnerships or accountability partners, things like that in your business in the past. And though they can work really, really well as long as you have two people that are super committed to working together, meeting, touching base, just checking in with one another, all of those kind of things. But they kind of fall apart if one of those people isn't showing up and they aren't coming to, take part in the partnership and the accountability. And so what we wanted to do was offer you guys a whole pod, a group that you could be working with. And I just put, let's see, I'll put it in the chat right now. The signups in the chat right now. I've been putting them in there for a little bit. So if you've clicked on that, it is a Google form and it's really, really simple. All it's asking for is your name, your email address, your time zone, and when you would prefer to meet, just so that we can kind of get a general idea of pairing people and putting pods together. And so we thought it would be easiest to probably put you guys by time zone so that you could connect with each other, figure out when you want to meet, all those kind of great things. And so it's really taking, 6, 7 people all together working on your MIG business. If there's one person that has a hard week or two, it's okay, because you have the rest of your pod that's showing up, that's going to be there, that's going to show up to your designated times to meet, or in your chats, or whatever it is that you're going to create, that's going to help you guys be accountable and be supported in that pod. So it's an extra layer of support in your business. So not only are you going to have, our homestead, which is our general, umbrella that we're all under, and you're going to have your sponsor, your direct sponsor that you've signed up with MIG. Now you're going to have these accountability pods, which are cross-line. This is not by just your individual team. And so very similar to the leaders that are on here tonight, we are all cross-line to each other, and yet we meet once a week all together, and we brainstorm, we train, we do all the things that we're bringing to you. And that's what we wanted, and the vision we had for each of you is to have that same experience with some cross-line ambassadors through MIG. So we're super, super excited about it. We are going to launch this hopefully in the next week. So as you guys are signing up, please copy that link, share it with all your teams, share it with, even if you have, just 1 or 2 ambassadors underneath you, share it with them, share it with anybody else you've talked to on your teams that, might be cross-line from you, that you think will want to sign up for this. And then as we have new ambassadors coming into MIG, they're going to get the opportunity to be added to a pod, either a current pod, or if we have a whole bunch coming in at once, we'll probably mix that up, because we want a mix of new and old in there. And so we will create those pods as people are coming into. So this is not something that's just like a one-time deal. We're going to continue to add to your pods and add new ambassadors coming in with the pods. So we're super excited about it. It's going to be really, really awesome. Oh, and the other thing is that when we do our town hall calls, what we would love for you guys to do is share with us what your pod is coming up with. Are you guys as a pod figuring out, this is the best way we found to get our customers excited for the new month coming, or some great idea of, this is an online event that we've held. This is a masterclass that worked really, really well. And so as you're sharing in your pod and you're going, everybody needs to know about this. This is so fantastic. We want to set aside about 15 minutes every town hall call for you guys to share from your pod. And maybe there's 1 or 2 of you that want to be the spokesperson for your pod. So email us at fullyactivateyou@gmail.com once you guys start meeting with your pods, and let us know what are the things that you guys are coming up with that are amazing, that you want to share with everybody else on the town hall calls, because that's the vision of these calls. It's us sharing and being excited for what's happened, the month that we're meeting and the month to come, and then helping each other by doing any kind of extra sharing and training on the things that are really working for your business. So yes, a culture of collaboration, that's what we're all about. So if you guys have any questions about that, you can put it in the chat. And other leaders, I don't know if there's anything else you guys wanted to add, but thank you guys so much. This has been amazing. I think that there might be some other people that want to add some things. So
Do we want to see if anybody has any questions?
Yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. Vicki, thank you for all those comments. And something just to clarify, those give 10, get 10 credits, they're stackable, as well as their average of the 2 for subscribe and save, all that's stackable. So they can use the give 10, get 10 referral credit. They can get 3 or 4 of them. They can use those as well. So let's see. Is everybody excited about the accountability pods? We'll see some smiles and some comments or something.
Thank you, ladies. I think this is awesome.
Great. I think we just needed some just cross-line, different collaboration of just ideas with friends, and we're all like friends. And I love seeing everyone's faces on there.
That's what we need. We need an atmosphere of everybody's friends. Everybody wants to work together kind of thing, where we're all just kind of putting it together. And that's what we want it to be. We don't want it to be just us. We want you guys, because we need all the ideas. So,
yeah. And if we truly, not everybody can do everything and be a master of everything. So this allows us to really maximize your effort, maximize your time, and that people have different areas of expertise that they're sharing and bringing to it. So that is not only the culture, but it's actually the most time efficient way to do things. So I'm
Yeah.
super excited
Makes
about
us
it.
different. This doesn't happen everywhere. This doesn't
Yeah.
happen in every kind of business. Even corporations don't even do this kind of stuff. I think people like to keep their silo and stay in their own lane where, yes, absolutely power in numbers. And
it's an abundant mentality. We're not hoarding ideas, time, effort, all of that. It is truly, and that's what draws me a lot initially from the beginning to MIG. It was just the abundant mentality and how everyone shares. And that's a huge difference.
absolutely.
We're not competing. There's enough for all of us. And there's enough people that need our stuff.
100%. And a lot of these ideas too, I just want to bring up, are from you guys. This is from what we've heard, feedback that you guys want. And so continue to give us that feedback, continue to tell us what you need and what you want to see in trainings and, in programs like the accountability pods, all of that kind of stuff. Keep telling us, because then we can create this beautiful collaboration where everyone does get to win.
That's what I was going to say, Samantha, is don't be scared about joining an accountability pod and think it's going to add a whole bunch of work. It's actually going to make the work easier. It's basically taking the power hour concept and amplifying it so that it's actually a small group trying to build their own flywheel of ideas moving forward. So it's kind of like the power hour on steroids. And if you look in my organization specifically, the people that have been consistently showing up to Power Hour, being held accountable by their pod that shows up at that same hour, their businesses are booming. And it's not just because they're getting on and working every day. It's because they're motivated and they're surrounding themselves with people who want to move their business forward. And you guys, there's power in locking arms with people who want to move their business forward. I think this is fabulous. I'm excited that it's Crossline because it gives us a chance, you guys, to branch out and to truly show who we are. I think you guys represent who we are very well. You all are so diverse as direct to corporates. And if we can just take that mentality and trickle it down, we're just going to be so much stronger 30, 60, 90 days from now. I appreciate this greatly.
You're right. And you nailed that too with you're gonna have cheerleaders, your own little group of cheerleaders rooting you on and like going, oh my gosh, like congrats, you got a new customer. And like the rest of us want to do that too. We will. But just having this group and they want you to succeed as much as they want to succeed. So yeah, don't get nervous. And I think it's just a good opportunity because the 5 of us that are on this call that presented tonight, like we talk every single day, all day long, and we're accountable to each other. And so we tell each other about our successes and some of our challenges, and then we brainstorm. And then we're bringing these brainstorms to you guys of what can we do better? Like, I said about this with my little, subscribe and save. Have your customer get one, match their efforts.
I love that.
And we're all, but we're all bringing different ideas because unlike these accountability pods, I think they're great. But yeah, we all can't do it all by ourselves as individual teams. Sometimes it's a lot of work. And as I'm sure you know, so I think it's great to hang and to group and just to visit. I think it's awesome to see that community.
I want to add one thing.
Yeah.
So, we keep saying it and I'm going to keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. Email in your ideas, guys. If there's some kind of training that you want to see, if you have a great idea, fullyactivateyou@gmail.com. We're trying to keep everything super simple. Fully activate you. Email it in. I mean, we are really open to anything and everything because you guys are a lot smarter than I am in most ways. Okay. So like I want to be a sponge and soak it all up. So, training ideas, masterclass ideas. We're going to start doing, cross tribe master classes too. So, whatever's on your mind, send it our way.
Hey, can we all commit to something? So I know that everybody has their different community groups, and so not everybody uses DGL. That's cool. But most people don't have their own prospecting groups, right? And one of the things that I got feedback on recently is only the big wigs get shouted out. And first of all, I was like, well, who are the big wigs? And so I thought, can we all start in the cottage celebrating people's first sales? Can we start celebrating people's first launch parties in the cottage to truly show that it's the small, minute, mundane things that we have to do day in and day out that truly create the wins? To start shouting our people out in the cottage. Like, I know Jen probably does a backflip every time somebody in her drive does something great. But if we all are sharing that over into the cottage, Vicky and I were talking about that the other day, it'll really create that momentum for everybody. And then it'll be like, you just have to shout out ranks, because ranks don't do anything sales do.
I agree. I think it's a great idea. Yeah.
And I
Let's
think
start it.
And the other thing that we can do too is that's kind of what your accountability pod, like, talk about that in your accountability pod, because you're probably going to share a lot more in your pod. And so, yeah, I mean, shout out each other, give each other, celebration, praise, all of those kind of things. I think that that's fantastic. Yeah.
Even like someone going Facebook Live. Like, I did it with one of our girls who did her first Facebook Live last night. We did like a little giveaway, and she did the spinning wheel with all the customers that we had in this it was like a renew you kind of a thing for January. And she did so well. She was so nervous and she did so well. And that was like, yeah, that's like awesome. So those little things. With what Jessica said earlier about Fully Activate You, our Facebook, we have a YouTube channel, like that channel, to follow our channel so that you'll see when we upload new videos there. Everything still goes through the fullyactivateyou.com. But our training, you're going to see a town hall playlist. So if you've missed this, or you want to go back to hear what we've gave as great pro tips in future ones, you'll be able to go there too. But any of our playlists will be there. So like that page, so we can kind of get extra oomph into YouTube with access. Well, I'm good, girls. This is a good one. Thank you for joining on our first town hall, everybody.
I just want to say something real quick too.
Yeah.
Going back to with the praise and letting people, praising them for their first sales and stuff too, that honestly, I feel like has such a great impact. And I'm just starting into this. I've only been doing this for a little bit over a month. I've had 2 purchases, and the second one caught me by surprise because it was a family member of mine that is in my own page. We took my launch party page and actually made it into my own, called Wholesome Living with Sarah. So it's also going to be like natural stuff, recipes, healthy exercises, and incorporating the MIG as well in between. And she never asked me for the link. And it threw me through the roof. As soon as I saw my phone ding that I had an email saying that somebody made a purchase through me, I was just floored. And I was so excited that I was messaging the girls in my group there. And I was like putting a bunch of GIFs like in excitement, just because I was so thrilled. And they were like, that's so awesome. Yes. I mean, and that praise, just makes it so much more fun, and you have more confidence in yourself.
Well, let's everybody give her a congratulations and welcome to the team, that you're part of our big old tribe. And, we welcome you first, and congratulations on those early successes.
And you also changed your name, Sarah.
Yes.
I did. You know what? I think
Good for you.
Who was that was on there? Somebody just told me too. It was like
Vicky. I think Vicky was helping when she was like,
first
I think it was
message
Jessica. Jessica was like, this is little dots.
She's
These
like,
are the little things.
3 dots up there and change it. I was like, oh yes.
So
Hearing it all over the place.
Yeah.
But that's so exciting just to see that passive, message that you got. Good job.
Yeah. But here's what we're going to try to do. Like these little tips of like changing the name or whatever. You're going to see pro tips from us. We want to share these little things. Like, how to do a reel, how to do a story versus just a post. Those are going to be trainings we're going to be doing. But how is it to do a QR code? How is it to have your link be forwarded to another link? Like we have our, migliving.com / our names, but you can actually buy a domain name to make it even more simple. So those are things we want to share with everybody to make it, easy for everybody to do business as fast and easy as you can. So, but these tips and tricks are always great to share. If you have one, let us know or share it.
Absolutely.
Okay, is that all the questions?
I think
I'm
so.
good.
Anybody? All right. Okay. So everybody knows the game plan. This is going up on YouTube tonight, tomorrow, whatever. Share it with your teams so that they kind of can have the same, so they can go back and watch it. And we're going to do this again the last Sunday of March at 9 p.m. Am I right, girls?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Last Sunday of March. And between that, y'all are going to be emailing your ideas. And if you have something that you really are a guru at, tell us, because we need you. We need your help. Okay. We're in this together. So we're going to need y'all to all hands on deck. Okay. So you guys have a great Sunday night and we will talk soon.
Awesome. Bye, y'all. Thanks for joining.
Bye.